Some believe everyone's destiny was chosen by the gods. Others believe life is all up to chance. I believe it's more like wool socks, a knitting together of chance and destiny by your great-great-grandmother, given to you on your birthday instead of the pet almirage you wanted since you were a wee one. Don't get me wrong, I love my family's code to protect and serve the Elder World, but there's a reason I go by Ethe and not Fia Orla Oshlin, the daughter and heir of the ancient Druidic, blah, blah, blah. I've always felt me whole life has been planned out for me, you know. Me da always tells me that life is as fun as you make it. So naturally, I like to make mine a 10-layer holiday cake filled with nougaty chocolate and magical mushroom toppings. I mean, who doesn't like cake? Oh, I have to run now. My family is leaving again. We're always on the move since, well, you know. Shh! Don't say its name so loud. Some say it can hear the sound of its name from miles away. Anyway, thanks for the pint. I hope you stick around for another. Here's a copper. Okay, bye-bye!
Oh, hello there. My name is Sawyer Ward. Nice to meet you. So, where are you off to? Oh, I'm actually not too sure myself. I spent all my life on Zemoria, but now I'm thinking a little travelling might do me some good. Truth be told, I don't mean to pat myself on the back here, but I recently got done with some research that was incredibly promising. I want to help people. I want my research to help people, and I think the answers to my questions won't just be found on Zemoria. So, I'm off. Into the stars, as it were. I'm hoping to make some friends along the way, beings that want to do good and maybe help me with my research as well. After all, blood without love ends with you dancing alone. Something my father always says. Oh, no, I'll settle the bill for you. I appreciate the company.
Hi, my name's Kanan. Are any of you heading out to Prisma Cross? I'm supposed to meet somebody there. Oh, I don't have any money, but I'm pretty handy as a mechanic and, if there's something that you want that's hard to get, or maybe some information that's important or useful, I'm pretty good at acquiring those things. So what do you say I get you what you want, and you take me where I need to go? Sound like a plan? Oh, prepare your ship. We may need to leave in a hurry.
Amen. It's rude to sneak up on someone in prayer. My name is Savren, but you may know me better as the Divine. No? Chosen child of Zafire? Oh, your ignorance is less than becoming. I am not a lost child. I may seem only 14, but divinity has no age. Is that food you're cooking? I see. The pile of wood I've been praying in front of is your home. Well, I demand you feed me, and then I will need to sacrifice you for your impertinence. In the name of Zafire, of course. But before that, can we have apple pie for dessert?
Hello, fellow travelers. My name is Tuvi Poco, and I started my journey on the planet Alantakor. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd never heard about it, though. They are incredibly secretive. I mean, don't go asking around about it. Or me. It's just a boring planet that surely wouldn't interest you or anyone, or... Anyway, ever since I was a child, I had dreamed of leaving Alantakor, and though I do miss it, seeing new species and planets and cultures every day is what I live for. Have you heard of the planet Shiroba? They have entire mountains made of diamond. Their societal structure is based around... Oh, don't give me that look. It's interesting. I mean, I find it interesting at least, which is exactly how I found myself joining the Guild of Seekers. We are always out amongst the stars, charting new paths and meeting new people. So if you ever find yourself on some strange planet or moon or really anywhere but Alantakor, keep an eye out for me, because I might just be there.
Raw elements of stardust swirl in the wreckage of the broken blades. Titan corpses float through these ever-burning fields of battles lost. The old guardians are nowhere to be found, while unfathomable horrors stalk the ragged edges of reality. Are new gods born, or are they forged by those that need them? Long separated fragments have just begun to find each other, led by guides that see not with their eyes, but with their faith. These daring souls listen hard for the hum of terra incognita. Will they find their destiny, or simply the means to weather the storm?
Welcome to Character Player and the Fragments of Eldoria, a stellar fantasy. We are so very excited. We've been working on this thing for how many months now, sort of in the background?
So many months.
2 or 3?
3.
Yeah. But it has been just so exciting to be working on it and to finally be here. We all got together a few months ago and had a little world creation session where we decided on the history of this world and all together and decided what sort of campaign we want to do. We didn't even know we were going to do a space campaign. Like, who's going to decide to do that? That crazy idea. But we did, and we were incredibly inspired and excited to do it. And here we are. So yeah, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves to our wonderful audience out here. Why don't we start with you, our Effie.
Hello! I'm Kat, and I'm playing Effie in our campaign. So, yeah.
Hello. And what about our Sawyer here?
Hi, my name is Justin Powell, and I'll be playing Sawyer Ward.
That's right. And our Sovereign.
My name is Bunny Bedingfield, and I'll be playing Sovereign.
And Tuvi.
Hi, my name is David, and I'm playing Tuvi.
Right, that's right. And Kanan.
Yes, I'm Ricardo Blade Diaz, and I will be playing Kanan Lapui. Louis.
And I love it. I am Mark Kopitzke, and I'll be the Dungeon Master for this wonderful world we've created together. So, oh my gosh, should we just jump right in? This is gonna be
Jump in the line, let's do it.
This is going to be the first time all of our characters have met. A few of them have had some mini adventures together, but as a unit, as a party, tonight is the night. So, jumping in to Fragments of Eldoria. Tuvi and Sawyer, you are starving. You have been stuck in the holding cell of a consortium ship for what seemed like days. You're cramped, you're sore, and it's all the wrong places. And but it's good to be out. It's good to have some sort of sense of light. And as you're sort of stumbling around with the rest of the people that have been let out of their cage, you're sort of stretching, and you look up, and you can see that the atmosphere of this particular earth fragment is incredibly thin. You look up, and you can see the mists right there, swirling in all these different colors, pinks, oranges, and some deep purples off in the distance. And when you sort of take a look and your eyes are adjusting to the light, you can even see different sort of creatures, bioluminescent, in schools of sort of astral fish that are floating throughout the mists. And you are standing next to each other. You don't have your equipment. You're currently waiting in line with the rest of your crew from the EOS, awaiting your equipment back from the consortium. And you're standing in the mud. It's incredibly humid here. It's a few people are already sort of got the sniffles, and some of this climate does not agree with you. But it's a very interesting, strange alien landscape. The mists themselves are almost like you're on the top of a rainforest mountain. The mists are going through these different structures as you look out. And it looks like a sort of ramshackle outpost, very basic sort of living structures. And as you look about, some of them look abandoned, sort of in disrepair. It looks kind of like a ghost town, but there is some activity going on as you sort of take in your surroundings. And as you look up the line, you're about halfway through, about 6 more people before you guys get to come up. You can see that there is a large sort of warthog-looking creature that stands about 6 feet tall and is in a very, very deep voice trying to placate these very unhappy people, doing his best with all of his charm, and moving their different items across a huge wooden table. And you make it up the stairs, and it's about your turn, and you walk up, and this huge creature goes to you and says,
"All right, so which one of these is yours? What's your names?"
Tuvi.
Back to you. Sawyer Ward.
Toby and Sawyer. Oh, excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. All right, now it's Tuvi. Oh, no, this is interesting.
and he puts your sword onto the wooden table here, sort of glistening in the mist light, and sort of pushes it over to you, Tuvi.
All right, one sword. I think I have a pack for you somewhere here.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that.
Gesundheit again.
And there you go. Here's your bag. And Sawyer.
Sawyer, yeah.
All right. Yeah, here's your bag as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, so
I had a hat as well.
Oh, I don't see a hat around here. What does it look like?
Well, some people think that it's called a wok, but it's not. It's a bit of a farmer's hat.
All right. Oh, you mean this like basket-looking thing?
Yes, that's it.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
that's all right. I will
sorry,
clean it.
It's not contagious. It's allergies, really. All right, now gold, right? All right, so here you are. So it's 2 gold, right? Sorry.
Right.
I promise you, it's not contagious. 2 gold.
Thank you.
And for you, and for you.
Right. Thank you very much. I want to wear a mask, friend.
All right. Sure, but it's not going to help. It still just gets in. I've tried it.
Right. Well,
All right, so once again, I just want to extend apologies on behalf of the consortium for the mix-up. Yes, I'm so deeply sorry. But as has been described to you, tickets are available off of this rock for 200 gold apiece. But we do have some jobs available. You can work. Come on by anytime. I'm happy to tell you after I get through these lines.
right. So there's like a work travel program. If we work for the consortium, we could take a ship off potentially.
That's right. There's
Right.
also indentured servitude available, 6 months servitude, and we will pay your way to any of the civilized fragments.
A little confused here why you stranded us here and you're making us pay 200 gold to get off of this rock.
That's a fair point.
I understand your disappointment and I empathize, but I'm just saying that, you're pretty lucky that actually the consortium was there at that moment when
we were.
came
Okay.
in. Yeah,
I felt lucky. Yeah, that was a very lucky prison cell. I felt that we were in.
That probably wasn't the best, but again, I don't have all the details. All I am is have the money and some opportunities for you. And I would like to talk to you later about maybe joining the consortium. It is an incredible career myself. I've been here for 7 years and looking forward to getting off this rock myself. But
Well, after a first impression like that, how can we say no?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, anything else I can do? We got a lot more people.
Nope.
That's it. Yeah.
All right. There's a nice
Thanks for everything.
tavern. The eggs and bacon are quite good. So
Oh,
get yourself something to eat.
Ooh,
that sounds
yes.
fantastic.
Next, yes. Next.
Let's go to the tavern.
Yes, I agree.
All right, so you grab your things and you make it down the stairs out of this this structure that looks like it's a lot more well put together than any of the other buildings here. Looks like it could withstand a beating, almost kind of like a compound. Anyway, you make your way down the steps into the mud of the streets. And there is a little bit of a drizzle falling through the mists from above. And you look about, and it just seems like there's people that are waiting. You just feel that everyone is just waiting, looking around, sort of wandering the streets from all different walks of life, all different sort of classes. Still looking probably more muddy than you guys, but you just get that sense. And as you look up, you can see that there is a large cargo ship that is sort of waiting just where there's a silhouette of a mountain through the mists. And as you continue down the street towards the way that they had pointed to the tavern, you can see that there are quite a crowd here on the steps of this place. People are practically hanging out the windows, and as you're walking up and sludging through the mud, you can see that there is a back door that suddenly opens up. Someone runs out. Yeah, and I just hate you guys. I'm not gonna leave. You can't make me. And this figure turns around with this sort of beautiful green and blue scales that changes color slightly to more red and purple as she looks around. The two of you, wipes her nose. And, What are you looking at?
Your lovely
Your skin,
visage.
it's iridescent. I've never seen anything like that. What kind of species are you?
I'm Silgan, and
Yeah,
You look beautiful.
thanks. Who the hell are you?
I'm
Sorry.
2V.
Tuvi.
Tuvi. All right, and who are you?
Sawyer, what? Might I ask you, what fragment are we on?
This is Vrexyll.
Vrexyll.
Yeah. Yeah. And just at that moment, you see sort of peeking out an older version of this species, this Sylgan, and sort of more pale looking, sort of looks over and looks at this this young individual, and then she sees you guys looking at him, and turns around. I don't want to talk. I'll be back later. I'm gonna go. And she starts walking off as the other figure sort of retreats and closes the door. And you can see that they're wearing an apron. Yeah.
That was
Okay.
odd.
Very odd.
Vrexyll, do I know anything about Vrexyll?
Go ahead and roll a history check for me, please.
All right. Well, that's a natural 20 to start out our campaign, everyone.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Our Ravenloft campaign started out with a natural 1, and this one with a natural 20.
Naturally.
Oh dear, oh
It's
dear.
a stellar fantasy. What's the total for that there?
The total would be 26.
Okay. Vrexyll, you have heard something that's a smaller sort of agricultural fragment. Nothing that is really of note. You kind of, even just with your roll, it's amazing that you knew what it was. It was sort of just a little note on a map that you just instantly remembered for some reason, and saw a little note that was made. So yeah, that's about all you know about Vrexyll.
Gotcha. Well, shall we get them eggs and bacon?
Let's do it.
All right. By the way, there's a massive sword you got there. I didn't realize you had such a large sword.
Oh yeah, it's a nice sword. I like it.
Did you purchase it, or is it a gift?
Yes. It was a gift.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, I'll if you'd like, I'll get you breakfast. Maybe you get
Thank
the next
you.
time. Yeah, of course. Let's head in.
All right, so you guys awkwardly, that was a great conversation. You go up the stairs, Sawyer leading the way, and you really do have to lead the way because you have to sort of inch your way and push your way in through the door as there's just people loitering everywhere, and just the smell of sweat and just unwashed people not necessarily having any places to stay. But at the same time, there is a lot of energy in here. You can see people playing games and on any sort of surface that there is. Sorry, I think we're losing them. Sorry about that. And people are eating sort of on their feet. I'm sorry, we keep on losing picture here, I believe, on the stream, and I don't know why. Sorry, everybody out there. Let me know if we're all good to go and if anything else happens. So you're sort of trying to look around for a spot, and you catch and sort of lock eyes for a second on the... I'm so sorry, I don't know why it keeps going. Let me see if I can figure this out.
It's okay.
Pardon.
Where are they?
The mystery
The
begins.
suspense. Just gone.
Promise you, 2V will be getting through here in a very short amount of time.
The Welkin Mist has taken over.
All right. I'm just going to keep it like that. Maybe that'll work. Apologies. Once again, sorry. It's our first stream with this particular overlay here and everything. So, so you lock eyes with the same creature that you saw, the older creature, and he sort of like looks at you guys and then quickly looks away, kind of embarrassed and cleans something on the bar with a towel. You can see he's probably the tavern owner. And as you look around for a spot, you can see that there are 2 spots currently open. 3 figures have just sat down at a table and sort of very protectively and very excited that they were able to get a table. And you go ahead.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion to put a cat in the other seat to save it.
Yes.
What?
Okay.
What?
Very good. Yeah, Kanan, Effie, and Sovereign. Suddenly, this cat appears on one of the tables here, or
Where
the
did this
chairs.
cat come from?
Oh, look at the little kitten.
What is it?
It's a cat.
Touch it. It's probably very soft.
Uh-huh.
You've never touched a cat before?
Of course I've touched a kit.
No, a cat.
A cat.
That's right. A
Yeah,
cat.
you got it. You got it.
Some people keep them as pets. Do you know what a pet is?
No.
It's like a little friend.
And what is the use of this friend if it's not doing orders?
Companionship.
Love. Cuddles.
Like just
Kisses.
give it a try. Just give it a try.
And as Sovereign reaches forward to tentatively touch the cat, her hand goes right through it.
Oh!
Oh, it's not a kitten.
And at that point, Sawyer and Tuvi, you finally make it through the crowd and see this reaction. What do?
Sorry, yes, I was just trying to save the seat. It's not real, the cat, sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. Do you need a place to sit?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I kind of snap my fingers and the cat disappears.
Well, welcome to our table.
Thank you very much. You don't mind if we join you?
I don't mind. Do you guys mind?
I mind.
Oh,
Well,
Okay.
Well, as tiebreaker, you can sit down.
oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm Effie. Nice to meet you.
Tuvi.
Hello,
Tuvi.
Effie, Sawyer.
Yes.
Sawyer. Okay. I'm
And you
Keenan.
are?
I'm Keenan.
Kanan.
Ah,
Sovereign. It's rude not to.
I'm
introduce yourself.
Sovereign, the divine, as you may know. And speaking of being divine, it is rude to play tricks on people.
I was not playing a trick. Well, I guess I kind of was, but not a mean one, really. Just trying to save a seat.
I thought it was pretty clever. Very smart. Very smart
I
move.
love, I
Thank
love
you very much.
kittens. Kittens are so much fun.
What's your favorite kind of kitten? Like an
Oh.
orange kitten? What do you think?
Well, back home, we have these cats that go around and they're black, but at night, they glow. They glow like green.
Oh,
They glow green. What causes them to glow green? That's interesting.
Well, legend has it that long ago, they somehow got dipped in like a green goo or something, and it just kind of stuck in their fur. I don't know.
Wow.
Let me see
Is
if I
it
can.
good to have glowing pets?
Well, I think it's pretty cool.
It's interesting, that's for sure.
Right, you see them in the dark, so that's nice. You don't lose them.
I suppose they could be a nightlight.
I mean, you could probably
Well,
lose a
they're not
glowing
nice.
cat.
Exactly. A night
Well,
light,
yes,
yeah.
but I mean, you know what I mean. In the dark, it will be easier to spot.
Absolutely. Yeah. Please take a seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
just
yes,
about
of course, of course.
to order
So-
some food.
Oh, we are starving, famished, absolutely.
I want to like call a waiter over for them.
Yeah. So you sort of look around for a bit, and you think that you see someone. No, that's actually not a patron. Just this mass of people everywhere, and you guys really have to speak pretty loudly as you're sitting here at this table because there's a lot of conversation. But you finally recognize the server that served you that meat substitute. last time. And they sort of catch your eye and they're like,
Hello.
Hey, yeah, what?
Oh,
Can you give me some room? Can't you see that I'm coming?
Hello.
God. Yes. What can I get for you?
We would like some breakfasts. Whatever you have, really.
That's the perfect answer. All right, I'll be back with whatever we got.
Wait, do you have a vegetarian option?
Oh, I forgot.
Yes, I'd also like a vegetarian option if possible.
Actually,
And
you know,
your freshest meat for me, if you will.
well, the first two, perfect. I love you. The third one, sorry, we're out of meats. Sort of the pirate blockade going on, and stores are a little thin. So if you would like one of those meat substitutes again, you can have bakra, just like everyone else is having bakra. All right.
Are you out of Baruga?
Bakra.
Yes, we're out of that.
What is bakra?
Bakra is the thing that's all over the place. It's you walk by. Did you just get here or something?
Yes.
Yeah, you look pretty clean. So yeah, you must have just gotten here. Yeah, bakra is it's agriculture here. It's the thing that's the huge purple stalks and the ferns, and you're gonna eat it. It's gonna be great, and you're gonna be grateful.
Give me one of those.
Yes.
How much do you need?
That'll be 3 copper for each of you guys.
Right, I'll take care of us. I just give him a silver.
Oh, all right. Look at that.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
Oh, so I was just buying for... I can buy for all of you. I'll buy for all of you. No. I'll buy for everyone.
No,
how much would that be total?
I don't care. I just need the money. So.
Right, so for all of us, it will be what?
Awkward.
One silver.
2 copper.
And,
There's 5 of you guys, so that's 10 copper, right? So 1 silver.
You know what? I'll just give you 2 silver. There you go.
All right. Okay. Great. And did you guys? Oh, sorry. Do you want something to drink? We got some Barrymore.
Sparkling Shambroni with a side of chilled water in a tall glass.
That sounds good. I don't know what that is. It sounds good, but we don't got that. We got
Bring something like it. Just pretend it's like it.
We've got that. We will make that happen, princess.
Finally, brilliant.
Yes. I'm gonna go now. Move out of the way! Can you see I'm coming through? Good. And he goes and heads off back to the kitchen.
See, he isn't useless.
No.
No, not at all. Thank you for the meal. We appreciate
Yes,
it.
of course. Sorry. I just had a... Yeah, of course. Don't worry about it.
No, we'll get you next time for sure.
Yeah,
we'll
get you next time. Yeah. You guys just got here?
Oh yeah. Consortium plundered us, stranded us.
Yes.
And here we are.
How's the muck treating you?
The mud. It's really muddy here.
Yeah, it's not fantastic.
It's pretty dirty.
It's also very hot, and I have this large dusted jacket. It's a bit much.
Well, it looks nice.
How did you get here? How did you all find your way to this planet?
Well, I've been here for a little while, just trying to kill creatures for money so we can I just want to get off of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of want that too.
Killing creatures for money. Okay. How much does that pay?
It's not ideal, but got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Kanan, I think you were about to say something.
Oh, no, I was just, like my friend Effie here, I kind of just stumbled my way to this fragment and got stuck with the blockade and stuff, and we've been trying to work our way onto a ship ever since, so just trying to build our way up there. Yeah.
Are you trying to buy your way on the ship? Are you trying to do one of the work travel programs they have?
Oh, well, we've been of the thought process that it's only 200 gold for a ticket, and if we just work hard enough, we should be able to make that eventually, and not have to sell our souls.
Right, that sounds very lovely.
So,
And Savren, did you all know each other before, or?
No, I actually met these two yesterday, and it's a bit of a sensitive topic how I came to this fragment.
Oh.
I am the divine, as you may know. Chosen child of the god Zafire. And since I have become of the age of divinity, which is 14, I was sent away in my own personalized spaceship to find Zafire, the god, and something went wrong. Someone did something wrong. And so I crash landed here.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Perhaps, with deities, sometimes it's all part of a grand plan, right?
No.
Oh, no.
This could not be part of his plan.
I don't
Why is that?
Because I am the chosen child.
You
Okay.
All right, coming through. All right, princess, here's, let's see, that's one for you, and this one's for you, and, the rest is all the same, so it doesn't really matter. So here you go. There's what you got. You got some
thank
bakra
you.
and some kanalo for the extra silver. Yeah, I gave it in for you guys. So,
Oh, wow.
you guys good? You good? I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much.
Thank
All
you.
right, move out of the way, all right? Just come on. I'm trying to do my job.
Look, he probably just doesn't know what you were talking about, and he got something, right? It's just one meal. It's just one meal.
Yeah,
You'll
Sovereign.
get used
you look
to it.
You look at it, and it's not quite as effervescent as you thought that this particular drink that you requested should be. You actually look down, and it's sort of this yellow, milky substance, and gives off a fermented sort of scent. But you do smell what could be alcohol in there. And you guys look down, and you each are given a similar cup of that, except her cup is a little polished.
Do I know anything about the I don't know if I got the name right, but Safia, your deity?
Zafire.
Zafide.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Okay. I don't think I do.
Okay.
I was so ready.
It lingered on a 16, but then landed on a 3, and overall that's a 7. So,
What a disappointment.
Yeah,
Could have been
so
worse.
you kind of go through your mental Rolodex. Zafire. Oh, that doesn't necessarily, ring any bells. But you're exhausted. I mean, you guys haven't really slept much, and your incredible mental faculties should return with a bit of this incredible bakra that is before you. And you look down, and it's this sort of like purple, fleshy slices. Sort of looks like bacon, and it's been sort of fried in some sort of fat. And the sort of has veins of sort of yellow and orange throughout it, and it's food.
give a little bit up on
It's
my
better
shoulder.
than it looks.
Actually, I'll put some under my hat and then put my hat back on.
Saving some for later?
No, I have a little pet that I keep up there, and sometimes, just give it a little bit of food.
You have a pet?
I do.
Oh,
Do you want to meet him?
I do.
All right. This, and I hold out a little spider in my hand. This is Peter.
Hello, Peter. I have speech of the woods, so potentially might understand me. Hello, Peter.
Peter, go ahead. And he kind of goes up on his back legs and starts like doing a little spider dance across my hands.
I'm gonna be like, doing a spider dance with my hands.
Yeah, and as he's doing the spider,
I'm gonna be like,
Hi.
it's nice to meet you. I love your fur.
Thanks.
Do you like my fur?
Why is it only on your above your mandibles?
Oh, I'm a different species than you, so it really only keeps the top of my head warm.
That's pretty weird.
Listen, I think you look very good.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you, Peter.
Nice to meet you too.
Does Peter glow in the dark?
No, I mean I'm sure I could make him. He's actually my familiar.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so he's not technically a real spider, but yeah, I think he looks kind of cool. And he's great, you know, if you need to get information or be secretive a bit, you know, you send him in somewhere, you get whatever information you want.
Like an assistant?
Kind of, more of a friend, but yeah.
How long has Peter been with you?
I learned the spell a while ago. But that's the thing is, if he gets hit or stepped on or something, he goes away, and it's a bit expensive at the moment to get him back. So I've had him, I think, for about 2 years, kind of on and off.
Mm. Well, he's very cute.
Thank you. Not everyone thinks that, so I appreciate it. And I'm going to put him back on my head, put my hat back on.
If I may interrupt the meal, did I hear you both say that you were trying to find a way off?
Yes.
Of course.
Have you found that?
No, we
No.
just got here.
Yeah, we only got about 3 gold between us.
Well, if there's one thing we know, it's how to get some gold here. It's not glamorous work, but
Smelly.
it
Super smelly.
it's effective.
How much do you get paid? You said you hunted animals?
Yeah, they have a kind of a giant centipede problem on this fragment, and so for some of the younger centipedes, it's about 20 gold per head, and then for the bigger ones, it's a little 50, and then for the like queens, it's quite a bit. So if we
Giant centipede.
we could track down a queen or and a few. I mean, we could potentially get off this rock pretty soon. I mean, if we work together. What do you guys say?
Yeah, if you're open to us joining, I mean, 5, 2 extra bodies against these creatures.
Seems.
I've never seen a giant centipede before.
I mean, that is if we decided that we
Revolting.
don't want to work with what's his face. Singer.
Who's that?
The consortium?
No, singer
Right.
dude.
The
I mean,
consortium's probably.
have you-
Sorry, go ahead. Toby.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Have you considered the third option of sneaking onto a ship and making our way out of here?
Oh.
I've
Have we
considered
considered it? Yeah, I've considered.
We met a couple folks here last night that offered to not offered. They asked for us to steal their ship so we could leave, but I did not get a super good vibe from them, so I don't really know.
I thought it was a grand plan. Every sacrifice along the way would be to the god Zafire.
We don't need.
We have to steal from the consortium.
I mean, we don't have to
So-
steal a ship. We can just stow away on the ship.
Oh, no.
We actually met someone who did that.
Oh. Well, did it work out?
Yeah.
They're here.
Oh.
Well, I'm not saying we met him on the ship coming here.
Okay. I mean, look, we can introduce you to the guy if you wanna work with him. My personal opinion on the matter is I don't want to be on the consortium's list of
people. I would rather them know nothing about me. So,
That's
I
fair.
would just rather not be on their bad side. That's all. They're everywhere.
Can I ask how much you said the queen centipedes, they pay more? How much is a queen centipede worth?
Yes.
I think it was like 400 or something crazy.
Yeah, 400 gold for the head of a queen.
That's
That
not
would
that
pay
bad.
for that would pay for 2 of us. I mean, if we can
Right.
find that. plus
We've
a little
already
more.
fought the little ones, and they're pretty big.
They're pretty big, but very, very doable to take down. Not too difficult, unless there's a lot of them.
Do they happen to all be in the same area, as in they kind of group together as a herd or something?
I think there was like a place that they gather more often, but they are, it's an infestation throughout the whole fragment, so I think we could find them anywhere.
Just about anywhere, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to finish our breakfast and go looking for them if you want to come along. Unless we want to talk more about sneaking onto ships and things.
I don't know, Tuvi, what do you think?
I mean, I would prefer not to give any more gold to these consortium people if we don't have to.
There's that. I mean, do we know anything about these pirates? Maybe we just, yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
Oh, as much as I love a sing-along, I don't know.
You struck me as someone who loved to sing along, actually. It's funny.
I bring in my pan flute.
That's wonderful. You play the pan flute.
Oh, yes. I've been
Fantastic.
crafting my pan fluting since I was a wee one.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. I want to hear all about it.
At that moment, you look and there's a bunch of sort of a bustle happening at the entrance, and you can see a tabaxi dressed in the consortium uniform of the sort of poncho with the golden circle inscribed and the spokes of the different more civilized parts of the golden circle, push through the crowd and followed by a sort of orc-looking individual, and they also dressed in consortium uniform, and they push their way to the front of the crowd to the tavern owner and sort of order to be served right at that moment ahead of people who are awaiting. You haven't seen these ones around town, Kanan, Effie, or Sovereign. These are new faces.
Rude behavior.
Super rude.
Pretty standard for the consortium, if you ask me. Well, Tuvi, what do you think? I wouldn't want to leave you alone to try and stow away by yourself, but I don't know.
I mean,
perhaps there's safety in numbers.
Possibly. Best to stick with the friends that we have, at least.
I mean, they do owe me a breakfast, so that's at least one extra meal, right?
That's true. I mean, we could hunt these centipedes and keep the gold and then stow away. Decide
True.
later.
Yeah, we'll decide. Besides, I need a good jaunt to feel all pent up.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We're still figuring out our tech here. But at that moment, the ground is rocked with this incredible quake. Everyone is sort of losing their footing who's standing there with their drinks and their food, and the structure itself is creaking. And people begin running out of the structure for fear that it will collapse. And suddenly then it stops. And people right chairs, help each other up, sort of cursing as they've spilled their breakfast or their canola all over the place. Everyone's sort of looking around, sort of bewildered.
Wow, that was something.
Does that happen a lot here?
No, since I've really been here, not much.
I do not recall.
DM, can
Yeah.
I roll? I don't know exactly what this is, but basically, I'm wondering, did that feel familiar as in a burrowing type of sensation?
Go ahead and roll a nature check.
That's gonna be a 14.
You're somewhat familiar with that sort of type of creature. This was on a whole nother magnitude.
Okay.
This seemed, what you imagine fragment wide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really big.
Yeah, that's good way of putting it.
Maybe it's Zafire. Maybe he's giving me a sign and he's come to me.
Maybe.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
sure.
Maybe.
Who
Maybe.
knows? Maybe that's him saying you should come with the group you're eating breakfast with and love them so much.
We should. I think that's all. We should get off of this rock together, huh?
Actually, I speak deity, and that's exactly what that was.
See,
And go with the group.
Okay.
Yep.
To be best friends forever.
Okay, yeah. I do love friends.
I feel like you're adding that last part on. Everything else seemed pretty honest, but that last part there, that was untrue.
It's all
right.
It's all open for interpretation, really.
It was
there's a
my
bit of an
own interpretation.
A bit of an aftershock here. He's saying, give everyone at the table all of your gold. Wow, it's odd, but Zafire, he doesn't.
Really?
Don't
That's
think
what he
I
said.
hear it.
I didn't hear that.
I should have gotten this before, but can I get everyone's passive perception, please?
15.
12.
13.
13.
So perceptive.
13.
Okay. So Kanan, you can see that those two consortium individuals, sort of after the quake, quickly sort of ate a bit of food and left and threw a couple gold onto the table and just sort of pushed their way through the crowd and looked like they were in quite a hurry.
Hey guys, I think something's going down. The consortium people seemed, not to make a joke, but seemed a little shook after that.
That's good.
I didn't really mean to. It's the only word
I know,
I
but
can think of.
I know, but still.
Thank you. But they seem to be a little shaken up, literally. So
I do a sound that's like brumch on my pan flute. Brumch. I don't know if that's possible.
Again,
but...
I'm not trying to make jokes, but it literally is what makes the most sense.
But perhaps we should go outside and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
do it.
Right.
And we already paid, so we're good to go.
Yep.
Howdy ho.
Make our way out. Making our way out.
All right. So you guys wipe the few sort of crumbs or oil from the bakra and kind of getting those last pieces and make your way through the crowd. Although it is thinner because some people now sort of are second guessing being in this sort of rickety structure if these sort of quakes are happening. And as you go through, you can kind of hear people talking. And you imagine from people who have been here for a while, and because they talk about how this is horrible that these quakes are happening again. I thought these were over, I thought the consortium was supposed to fix this. Isn't that why we brought them here? And so you're sort of hearing these sort of frustrated different voices as you go through and make your way down the stairs into the mud-filled street. And I'm guessing you guys are looking for the two soldiers, or what is it that you guys are doing?
I'm looking for that's what I'm looking for, yeah.
All right,
Just looking
please
at
give
general
me a
mood.
perception check, and then Sawyer's looking for the mood up from the street. Okay, go ahead and get a roll perception check for that as well, Sawyer, please.
Can I look for some little critters? Some smarter critters,
Yes.
if possible.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for that, please.
It's a 12.
12.
Sovereign is looking at the sky.
Okay.
I'm looking
Go
to see
ahead
what the consortium members are doing.
All right. Great. You guys are all kind of looking at separate things, so please all give me your perception checks. So it's 12 for Sawyer,
15 for me.
15 for Effie.
12 for me.
6.
13.
We're perceptive as heck.
So Sawyer, as you're sort of sensing the mood, you sort of get more of that sort of frustration. People seem agitated. You see some people sort of worried. And as you're looking around, you can see that there is one of these houses that doesn't look so dilapidated. Actually looks like it's been upkept pretty well. You can see a group of people with sort of a few belongings, and it looks like they're locking their door and sort of taking a moment to look at their house. And you can see them walk away up to where you see that huge ship that you saw earlier, the cargo ship, walking up the hill to go to that ship. Sovereign, you sort of look up at the sky and you're just so enamored by the different colors. You know, you were stuck in your pod for so long. You're sort of look at the different colors, and yeah, you don't really see much up there. It's but it's beautiful. And Tuvi, you're looking for looking around for the consortium soldiers, or just kind of
Yeah, seeing what the consortium is doing.
okay. You can see that there are a few over from where you came from, where you picked up your equipment, and they're sort of doing the same thing you are, sort of keeping an eye on the populace, sort of trying to read them. And you can see them kind of like holding, one of them has a stick with a sort of wicked looking spiral pattern, almost like it has barbs on it. And he's sort of holding that and looking very carefully at the populace. Effie, you can see as you look around, there isn't really any sort of creatures around. It looks like they've scattered sort of cover, and it's sort of unsettling at this moment, because you remember seeing those different white hummingbirds sort of flitting about in the forest and even amongst the town, and right now it's just eerily silent. Kanan, as you're looking for these consortium soldiers with a 15, you're not
12.
The 12.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've lost sight of them. You're not quite sure where they went off to.
Okay.
So guys, I kind of think we should start heading for a ship of some kind. Something tells me we are in danger.
So I agree. It feels eerily quiet.
The sooner we're off this place, the better.
Yeah, let's go.
Cargo ship?
I'm not so excited about sneaking on a ship, but I guess I have no choice, right?
Well, it sounds like it might be that or death, so...
All right, let's go. Chop,
yeah,
chop.
I'm up for that, yes.
I guess, so from the conversation we had with Onyx and the other guy, would we have any, like, idea of where the, like, shipyard or whatever the like ship area.
Launch bay.
Well,
Would be-
you remember him saying that. Well, first of all, you know that there is sort of the general dock situation where rather large docks where the huge cargo ships for the different agriculture products were shipped. You know where that is, and there's a couple consortium ships as well that are stationed there. And that's where you can see the large ship sort of hovering with a sort of ramp up to it. But you do remember from Faisal that he had mentioned there is actually another sort of lot, an impound lot, that is hidden and is not immediately known to everyone. So that's where his ship is.
Well, we don't know where the impound lot is, but anybody have any ideas which way to go?
Would I have any information about maybe architecture of these kind of places?
Of where you're going to be going to the cargo ship, or just the sort of outpost in general?
Like an outpost, like where this impound lot might be, or like what I could guess would be based off any recent thing in my past, any history, anything like that.
No, I mean, yeah, you don't really have any sort of experience with this sort of impound lot. It seems curious. It's not necessarily. You've had some interaction with the consortium, being having been stationed aboard a cargo ship for a while, but that doesn't seem normal.
You do.
Okay. Is there any consortium members nearby?
What was that?
Is there any consortium members nearby?
Just the two that were standing outside of the sort of recruitment center where you had gotten your.
Can I go talk to one of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you trudge up the hill, and you can see the individual that was sort of gripping their staff, grips it a little tighter as you come up, but tries to seem nonchalant. They are a sort of wolfish-looking creature who has sort of this brown fur and little ears that are popping through a helmet, and sort of this sort of not a terribly long snout, but just the suggestion of one, and looks at you as you approach.
Yeah, getting pretty restless around here, right? Yeah, I need to get to the impound lot myself. Got to check on that ship that was put up in there, so I can maybe get off this rock. I can't seem to find it anymore. I seem to have forgotten. Which way is the impound lot?
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
The impound for all the ships. No, you don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know anything about that. George, do you know anything about it? And just sort of gestures to the other individual there, who's like half asleep, sort of leaning against the doorpost. And impound lot? No, there's no impound lot. Just the ships up here.
Okay. Thanks for nothing. Bye.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Well, do you guys have a preference of, sneaking onto a consortium ship or not?
I'd rather not be on a consortium ship if possible, but if we don't know where the impound lot is, it seems like we're kind of in a pickle.
Well,
where did you hear? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We know someone who knows where it is.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's talk to that person, though you seem hesitant.
I think I have his room number from the other night.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. But we just felt a little strange. We felt a strange vibe from them. I don't know.
I did not.
Oh,
But again, I hate to keep pushing on this button, but
all
you know,
right.
it kind of seems like death or
Yeah, we don't have a
strange
choice.
vibe.
All right, let's go. I start going back to the tavern. Cat doesn't remember the room number, but Effie probably would, right?
Yes, that's right. But actually, as you make your way, leading your new companions towards the tavern, bursting out of the forest, you can see Onyx, this huge geld. Actually, you recognize this 2V, the same species as your seeker master, but instead this sort of dark rock sort of skin bursts through the forest, sort of knocking down one of these huge bakra stalks, and looks around, looks to be sort of holding its side as it sort of looks around and sees the tavern, and locks eyes to you, and sort of staggers over.
Onyx, are you doing all right? I cast Cure Wounds on him.
How much do you heal him for?
I heal him for pretty good. 9.
Okay, yeah.
Or wait,
Really
sorry.
good.
Yeah, 9.
He sort of straightens up and Vrexyll stuck in the forest.
Vrexyll stuck? Is there a creature keeping him there?
Yeah, what's stuck in him?
Yeah. Things with many legs.
Yeah, okay. We got you.
All right.
Barely got away.
Things, you say? Is it things like multiple of them, or just
Plural.
one? Or...
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I would go back to your room and we'll come find you later, all right?
No, I come with. No.
All right.
Okay. What do you do?
He sort of stands up to his full height, and he's like 7 feet tall.
Oh.
And it sort of flexes his muscles, and sort of like pieces of rock sort of come off his body as he sort of self-heals just a little bit and cracks his neck. Follow. And goes into the jungle.
So immediately you guys see Kanan reach into his sack on his side and twist his arm, and out comes he's gloved with a hand crossbow attached to his wrist, and he kind of like gets ready and starts taking off right after Onyx.
Well, I stuff back my duster, and you see the harnesses that have my books on them. And I pull out my staff from my backpack, and I start running after.
I start saying a prayer as I follow after.
I pull out my focus, which is an Amirage horn, and I just go, yeah! And I follow Onyx.
I realize everyone's left, and then I scurry after everyone.
And you do, and it's easy to find them because Onyx has just made this pathway. You can see that these different stalks of the bakra is just being knocked over, and you can see sort of in the ahead of you sort of the ferns of these stalks sort of moving, and as he makes a pathway through the jungle. And Caden, you quickly catch up to Onyx, who's sort of pounding through, and as you guys are looking, as you pass by Tuvi and Sawyer, you thought it was muddy back there. Here, it's incredible. Just you're being sprayed with sort of globs of this muck, and sort of whizzing by, just little specks of white that you can see are these little mushrooms that dot the sort of shaded portions of all these bakra. And every once in a while you can see bright red roots sort of being exposed from the rain that is coming down. And as you're sort of passing through, you can see other bakra that have been sort of fallen over, though not as if they've been knocked over. They just sort of fallen from the weight of the fruit that they bear. And as you continue going through this forest, catching up to Onyx, who eventually sort of slows down to a jog, and sort of looks around to the rest of you to make sure that you're all following.
I'm running backwards next to him.
And tries to catch up with you. And as you guys are going through, rather quickly, go ahead and let's say Kanan, make a survival check, since you're leading the pack through this incredibly dense.
Backwards.
Yeah, backwards.
Ooh, that's an 18.
Okay. So you're able to lead them deftly past these different piles of muck that you've recognized previously as sort of quicksands, where you had found Sovereign's ship, and sort of avoid some of these that could have been at least slowing you down.
I spring over them with my rabbit feet and just jump in there and go, watch out for that! Look out for that! There's one over there!
What are these?
Just don't step on them! You're falling!
All right. Oh.
That one there! Watch out for that! Right there! This one! There's one there!
So Kanan giving little signals as you go, and you can clearly see the different feet and marks of Onyx as sort of charges through the forest. And after about 10 minutes of this, you guys happen upon a lake that is just glowing with this bioluminescence that opens up, and you're sort of at the edge of it, and Onyx stops for a moment and sort of heaving, and you can almost hear like rocks as if they're in sort of his lungs, sort of crushing around inside, and sort of looks to all of you as he's sort of catching his breath.
That was a lot of running. Are we there?
Let's go around.
Right.
What are we waiting for?
All right.
Let's go!
And
an
Onyx
amazing
starts
shape.
off at a much slower pace, looking as if he's jogging, but really he's just the same speed as walking.
Power walking, much better.
Like me in gym class.
Yeah, and you look out, and this water has different bioluminescent fish that are sort of going around, and as you're going around, Kanan, you can hear that there is some movement, sort of not quite where you came from, but off to the left, away from the lake. And
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor really quick. Just.
Okay, so which way are we going? Around, to the right or to the left?
You're going around to the left.
Okay,
so
and then so like inside like the tree line, I can hear movement.
Mhm.
Do I feel like it's running parallel to us, or perpendicular?
No, it's coming right towards you.
All right, guys, I think we got company. And I'm gonna turn and just aim my crossbow at where I think this thing's coming from. If I see something dangerous emerge, I'm gonna shoot it.
Got it. All
I'm gonna
right.
prep a firebolt.
Firebolt. And
is there water in this
yeah,
area?
there's water like basically at your back. You guys are at the edge of this bioluminescent lake.
Okay. Good to know.
Right. So as you guys are standing there, hearing the sort of crashing of of this creature that is coming towards you, seeing the stalks sort of slowly getting knocked down.
May I cast my spirit? May I bring my spirit totem up, please? I would like to bring the hawk spirit up.
Hawk
please.
spirit up. Very good.
I'm gonna back up a little bit too.
You're just like just feet slightly in the shallows of the lake.
I'm gonna say, stay within 30 feet of me. Trust me.
Will do. I'm a bit squishy.
Can I dip into the water and just be poking my little eyes out, do a hide into the water?
Sure. So Caden sort of trudges into the water, and then you can only see his little ears popping out, and you can see this sort of red and orange spectral. You said is it hawk? Effie? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hawk sort of arc its wings above Effie and sort of just 30 feet wide, sort of encircling you guys. And at that moment, this shadow through the fog and the mists bursts through and knocks the two huge stalks of Bakra, and you can hear the many, many legs sort of in the mud. And this mandible, this thing is 5 times the size of the centipedes that you guys were fighting earlier, and it seems to have extra huge arms on the front that sort of push through the Bakra and hisses at you guys. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take a break.
No!
I'm sure he's
All
friendly.
right.
And so when we come back from our break, we're going to roll initiative and resume with the Fragments of Eldoria. We're going to take about 10 minutes here, everybody, but we'll be back very, very soon. And thanks so much. See you guys in a bit.
Hello! Do you love creepy ghoulies and fun monsters, but don't think there are nearly enough of them in Dungeons & Dragons? Well then do I have the show for you. Because me, Dr. Ricardo Blade Diaz, is going to be Frankensteining brand new monsters just for you in my brand new show, Monsters Lab. Monsters Lab. Monsters Lab. Monsters Lab. Monsters Lab. Coming soon to Character Play.
Do you need help coming up with an awesome backstory for your gnome warlock? Or maybe you're about to DM a long-term campaign and have no idea where to start? Don't worry, we got you covered. Check out Demystifying D&D, our show where we break down concepts around D&D to make the game easier and more fun for you and your players.
This is Inside Check Live, the live show where we get to know the players behind the game. I'm your host, Ricardo Blade Diaz, aka Mr. 305.
Go behind the scenes.
Wow, it sounds so official when you say that. I love that.
Wow, this is so much fun.
Meet the players.
Sethcrow.com.
It is okay.
Yeah.
It is okay to feel your
Get to know the artists.
Me too. I want to do a queer bent Cyrano de Bergerac.
Interact with the cast.
Mold yourself as you're moving through time.
Get the play-by-play from last night's game. Streaming live on Instagram every Tuesday. We here.
1 hour, 1 shot. That's right, we just have 1 hour to complete a 1 shot. Now I know this is not technically an hour, this is a minute, but I thought maybe the parallel would work on that front. Do you understand it?
It doesn't.
Okay, so basically, in 1 hour, we are going to come up with a one-shot outline that you can use for any one of your D&D games or even a full campaign. Does that make sense now?
Okay, wait, so is the one shot a 1 hour campaign, or is it?
No. We're going to come up with the outline for a one-shot that you can use. And then the best thing is, in the month leading up to the next episode, we will write out that one-shot that you can then find on DM's Guild. Huh? You understand it now?
Okay, but that's 1 minute. You say you're doing this in 1 hour?
Yeah, it's going to be a 1 hour, one shot. That's why it's called that.
So you're going to do it completely in 1 hour?
Yes, we're going to come up with the outline in 1 hour.
You're going to do it in 1 hour?
Yeah, 1 hour. Okay.
As opposed to 1 minute.
As opposed to 1 minute, not 1 minute. Oh,
I don't really understand.
This is the land where light is crushed. A land where heroes fall. When the mists come for you, will you stray from your path? Will you kindle the embers of hope, or be lost to the darkness? As you stare into the void stares back and reaches out to clutch you. Your nightmares come to life and stalk your every step. Morality is as grey as the mists that always seem to surround you. Will your better sides prevail? Will you seek to aid the people of Barovia? Or will you succumb to the shadow that rules this land? After all, no one leaves Ravenloft entirely intact.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So, where we had just left off, this huge creature, much bigger than what Kanan, Sovereign, and Effie had seen on their previous hunt, burst through the Bakra and sort of stands against our assembled heroes. Let's go ahead and go with our prepared actions really quick. And then we'll do initiative. So I believe, Sawyer, you said that you had a bolt of some sort that you were going to fire off.
Yeah, for this first one, I have a firebolt that I had prepared.
Very good.
And that is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh,
roll
that
damage.
is 10 points of damage off the bat.
All right, so you shoot off this firebolt, this white hot energy.
I kind of pull out a finger gun, and go.
Streaks just in a flash towards this creature, striking one of the carapaces. And you can see that this thing is already sort of burnt in some places. And you find and score a hit where the carapace has been burned away. And it sort of lets out a little scream as it burns into its body. Anyone else had something prepared here?
I had a attack with my hand crossbow. Would I get sneak attack on this or no?
I mean, currently it's not close enough to be engaged with one of your companions, and it knew you guys were there. So I'm going to say no. Yeah.
All right. I rolled a 17.
That hits.
All right. That is going to be 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. Got it. And so you find your mark in between one of the armor pieces on its front and pierce in.
Just a little arm sticks out of the water.
Anyone else had anything before we roll initiative here? Roll initiative, please, for the first time in the Fragments of Eldoria.
The first time in forever.
Oh boy.
All right. So 25 to 20. 15 to 20, please.
17.
17 for Kanan. 10 to 15.
11.
We are a speedy bunch.
5 to 10.
I got a 9.
9, and you two, V? 8. All right.
7 for me.
Wow.
7, 8, 9.
All right. So, Kanan, you are up first.
Okay.
What do you do? This creature's it's using all of its energy to get to you as quickly as possible. It's going to close the gap real fast.
Okay, I'm going to stick my arm into my satchel, reload real quick, and then fire another crossbow.
Cool.
That is in 12. Probably not.
Unfortunately, that does not hit. Your crossbow bolt just bounces off of the carapace, of this creature and off into the Bakra.
I'm going to then dive into the water and try and swim away and hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth check.
The shore a little bit. Oh, jeez.
Crocodile.
That's 27.
Okay. All right. You would think that you're reasonably hidden in the mud.
Kind of doing the butterfly under there.
Sure, you could be doing that. No one knows.
I'll move about
the fish
20,
think you're another fish next to them.
I'll move about 20 feet down the shore, just like, and then kind of move 20 feet and then kind of hover, at the surface.
Okay. Got it. Kanan disappears from sight. So you just don't even know when he left. And Onyx runs toward his 7 feet of height and pushes this creature back as if they're... thank you so much, chat. I will turn that down. Appreciate that. How's that, chat, for music? Is that a little better? Turn it down a little bit. There
Thanks,
we go.
chat. You the best.
Yeah, appreciate that. You
Thanks,
are
chat.
part of the magic here, making this happen.
Baby,
probably a bit lower.
Probably a bit lower. All
Yeah.
right. Got it.
Chat, you the
Julio.
best. Chat,
Julio.
You guys are the best.
Chat,
Thank you
the
so
best.
much.
You the best we ever had.
Love, sending love. And Onyx loves you as well as he goes forward, pushes this creature back a good 5-10 feet as it sort of is knocked back into the Bakra and goes to sort of tear off one of its arms.
Whoa.
And is unsuccessful. This thing, almost like an arm wrestling match, then pushes Onyx forward, and Onyx is sort of stumbling back into the mud, back almost to back where he was, as this thing sort of hisses and screams this horrible yell. And Onyx sort of looks back at you guys, sort of worried. Sovereign, you are up next, and Effie's on deck.
How far away am I, is Sovereign? How many feet?
You're about 10 feet. Like, this thing is, its shadow is sort of just about to touch you.
For sure. Okay, question. If I cast Guiding Bolt, since Onyx is on said creature, would that affect Onyx as well?
No.
Okay, great. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Very good. Go ahead and roll your spell attack roll there.
That is a 19.
Woo! All right. So Sovereign sort of looks up to the sky, and her eyes sort of go white for a second, and her hair sort of goes up, and it sort of comes alive for a moment as sparks and electricity sort of, you swear you can see, sort of racing down her body, and then puts her hands forward, and this goes towards the creature, impacting the carapace and lighting it up with this lightning energy that turns red, and it stays lit. And so whoever gets this sort of attack has advantage on the roll.
Yes. Also, radiant damage?
Yes.
Is 22.
22 damage?
Wow.
Oh my
God.
Yeah.
Like 5d8,
4d6 radiant damage.
6.
Ooh. And rolled really well.
I did.
Okay. Wow, yeah, so that thing, you can see this creature just writhe in pain, and half of its legs just sort of give out underneath itself, and seems to have almost paralyzed part of the creature's ability to move, and it's sort of just slipping around in the mud. Effie, what do you do?
I think Effie would raise her Almiraja and say, "Forest Queen, be with us now!" And then she's gonna cast Produce Flame and throw it. Is she 30 feet? 30 feet within the monster? Or can I run?
You are within, yeah.
30
Perfect.
feet within
away
the
from me right
monster.
now.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you guys know what I mean,
That's
right?
deep within that monster.
So I got an 18 to hit,
That hits.
and then I got a.
And is that an advantage?
It was.
Okay.
And I got a hot 2 fire
All
damage.
right.
Hey.
2. 2.
And then, yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
You hold your ground. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you strike the creature. It's looking pretty bad. It's sort of pieces of the carapace are sort of hanging off in parts, and sort of it's sort of drooling from its mandibles here. Sawyer, you're up.
Could I ask actually a quick question?
Yes.
Are my party, are Sawyer and, Tuvi, right near me? Within 30 feet of...
I believe
I
everyone
definitely am,
is within 30 feet except for Caden might be on sort of the outskirts of that because he said to move 20 feet away.
Okay,
but
perfect.
As
Good
far
to
as you know, everyone is within your 30 feet.
DM, I think I was last, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it was me next.
Oh, thank you very much. Switch that around. 2V!
Okay, I'm going to catch Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and it is 23.
Wow, we are. It's a good start for us.
That hits for sure.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Plus modifier 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 force damage.
11 damage.
Oh my
Nice,
god.
guys. Man, I'm almost sad, but I'm just proud. This is an incredible first round of combat. And this creature rolled really well, or really poorly. And so just as it was about to sort of charge forward and knock over Onyx, all these hits take it from your incredible heroes here, concluding with Tuvi's white hot with Eldritch Blast. Yes, Eldritch Blast. Sort of with hints of blue flame at the edges, strike the creature right in the face, and it looked as if it was about to come towards you, and it thinks better of it, and with its huge sort of arms, sort of scoots back for a second. Its tail and this nasty-looking stinger sort of poised to strike down at your party, and then it awkwardly turns around and goes off the way it came, having had enough from our heroes here. What do you guys do?
Is it the centipede situation?
It is, except it's what you imagine is the sort of captains, as they said, a larger version, but also with these arm-like appendages that it uses to sort of make its way through the Bakra and to sort of dig the different tunnels. Excuse me.
I wonder.
I want to pull out my my finger gun and cast a death bolt at him.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage on it
Oh.
as my
okay.
reaction
Okay.
for my spirit totem.
That is a 19 then.
That hits. Roll damage.
Takes 9 points of damage. I die.
Yeah, and describe this bolt as it goes out towards.
So when I brought up the gun the first time, it was kind of this reddish orange energy, but now it's just this black swirling energy. You can see shades of purple within it as well, as it kind of starts to form bigger and bigger, and then just shoots off like a bullet towards this thing.
And aims true and strikes the back of this thing, and it sort of lets out a as it continues off into the forest.
Yeah.
And at that moment, you see a flicker of movement off to where you were headed, sort of as you guys were going around the left of this this lake, and this creature appears sort of from sort of a nook in the tree, but it wasn't sort of hiding in the tree. It just, the color shifted a little bit, and you can see the Silgar that you met earlier, Tuvi and Kanan. Or sorry, not Kanan. Tuvi and Sawyer, and she sort of stands with her arms crossed and with a look of sort of looking at you guys in a new light, and grabs her bow from the side and sort of puts it over her shoulder and gives a little slow clap. Wow. That's yes. Yes, I was. I have to say that's pretty good for some pretty green people here. Impressive. But what the hell are you guys doing out here? It's pretty dangerous. I know that was pretty impressive, but still, what are you guys doing out here?
Same question to you. What are you doing here? We're looking for someone who's in trouble.
I've lived here all my life. I know about the dangers. You guys wouldn't last too long. I mean, maybe a little long, but anyway, there's going to be more of them. So, maybe let's skedaddle.
You said you've lived here your whole life?
That's right. That's right, my whole life.
Do you happen to know anything about the
earthquake?
Tremors?
Tremors!
Oh, yeah, those have been happening for a while. I'd be happy to tell you about them, but honestly, there's usually more of them. So I'll tell you all about it if you come with me. Just follow me. There's a little place up here that's it's a friend of mine.
Suddenly, Kanan springs out of the water with his arm like this.
Oh shoot! What?
Where'd it go?
In an instant, she's got her longbow out. Already has, in a flash, has an arrow knocked, the sort of like green, nasty green viridian color, and points it right at Kanan.
Where'd it go?
Let's all cool down here. He's a friend. He's an ally. He's an ally.
Kanan, chill out, man.
Oh, where'd the thing go?
He's gone.
That's 400 gold worth of centipede.
Ran away.
Man, you're gonna stink. You know that? That stuff is gross. Oh man. Oof. Just come on, get out of there. We gotta go. Get your friend, and we gotta go.
Well, we need
just
the
make
heads.
him stand in the back. What?
We need the heads for money.
Guys, I thought we were kind of moving
That's
past
what you guys are doing out here.
Well, not exactly. We're actually looking for the impound lot, but
right, so we could get a ship and leave without needing the money, right?
Wait a second. Weren't we looking for Vrexyll? Where's Vrexyll?
Yes, and Vrexyll, of course.
I don't know. I don't know. If you guys want to be staying, having a conversation, go ahead.
Dude.
I'm out
No,
of here.
no,
Those things
I'm
are
gonna head
back,
out as
and
well.
she starts walking.
Wait.
I'll go with you.
I'm following her.
I am too.
Does she have a ship?
Are we just gonna leave this dude?
The ship? I don't have a ship, but we are going to a ship. Doesn't really work, but it's a ship. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
And
okay, if we're gonna just abandon some guy in trouble, I mean that's fine with me. I don't mind.
How's he in trouble? He's not in trouble. The thing's gone.
Vrexyll. We're just coming out here to save Vrexyll.
Yeah, I think we're still doing that, if I'm not mistaken. We're just going to move away from the spot where all those creatures are going to come attack us.
Is Onyx coming with us?
Yeah, where's Onyx?
Onyx is coming with you. He looks like a little conflicted, and sort of trudges up towards this Sylgan creature, and they begin to converse a little bit. He describes what Faisal looks like, sort of white skin without the nose, and she says, "Sure, we'll look for your friend, but I'm telling you, those things, they're gonna be back. I'll help you find them, but we just gotta go lose them right now. So come on, big guy. I'll help you out."
What is your name?
My name is Grestl.
Grestl.
Yeah.
It's a lovely name.
Thank you. You know, I didn't really have a choice in the matter, but it's a good one. It's the only one I got. So it's just up here. Oh, what? Sorry, were you saying something? Good.
Me? No.
Good. Yeah, we should probably be quiet, actually. So I will promise I'll answer some of your questions. Well, some of your questions. I don't have all day. Once we get there. So let's just be quiet. All right. Go ahead and roll stealth checks, everyone.
I walk up to Sovereign and I go, "Sovereign, do I stink?"
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I blend in then. That's good.
All right. Can I get stealth checks from everyone, please?
15.
15.
23.
12.
Man, I love that +8 to stealth.
13.
Got a hot 7.
Okay.
Oh no.
Right.
7.
You know, all your rolls are hot.
All right.
Hot 2, hot 7.
Spicy.
All the hot rolls.
All right. So
Hot
you guys
cross
can continue along the edge of this lake, and Grestl is taking you right along the edge, and it's just sort of looking back at you and sort of winces every single time she hears someone step into, you know, a puddle or something, or steps on a branch that sort of squishes in the mud. It's like, guys, really? I mean, that was impressive, but just, yeah, you don't want 3 of them, all right, at the same time.
It's so squeaky here.
Yeah, she looks right at you, Effie, and just like, oh my gosh. And you guys continue for about 5 minutes, and you see her sort of perk up for a second and listen. And just a few seconds after that, Kanan, you can hear that same sound again of hundreds of feet sort of crashing through the jungle. And she kind of looks to all of you guys. All right, guys, time to go fast. This thing's coming. Follow me! And she just starts sprinting. We're almost there! And you guys are sprinting. Go ahead and roll some constitution checks for me to see how quickly you can go and how winded you'll get. So you're
Can I also,
running through
as I'm running, can I cast minor illusion behind us about 30 feet and just make it someone screaming?
Sure, got it.
A silent image of somebody screaming?
I can't do both. It has to just be the noise. So
Yeah, I know.
Just someone going, "Ah!"
Just not even an image, just a sound.
I can't. It has to be one or the other. So
Just the sound.
All right.
Of
I'll cast minor
Sounds
illusion
better.
and make the creature.
the sound. Okay, I'm gonna say, but both of you guys will then fall back to the back of the party if you're choosing to do that, because you can't be running full out and be doing a spell. So you're gonna fall back just a little bit and be in the back. I know, but still, like, that's if you're able to focus. But you guys are booking it. Like, Silgar is the Silgan. Grestl was just leaving you guys in the dusty mud.
Effie, what do you think? Should we?
All right, let's just get out of here.
Okay. So never mind that.
No, I mean, you guys said you did it, so there it is.
Okay.
I mean, so those
So
things
there
are
it is.
So we're behind.
Yeah, you're a little behind. You're like,
we wouldn't have known that.
We would
have.
And can you describe what this person looks like, this poor soul, and what they sound like?
Effie, I was making a sound.
You guys are working together to make the
Are
sound
you also
and
making
the
a
image.
sound?
All right, no. I'll make
I thought you
I'll make a little gnome-like creature that is like on its knees, like like.
Does the sound match, Justin?
Yeah, I make a I mean, if we're casting simultaneously, then probably no. I went with a.
So this tiny gnome creature,
Deepest noise.
this
of all
huge
time.
voice comes out of it. But you know, it's a thing. It's back there. It's not you guys. And you continue forward, look at each other, kind of give a shrug, and continue on.
That's awesome.
And leave that thing in the dust. And as you are approaching, can I get your Constitution check? So
Yes.
16.
Stuff we need to forget.
16.
18.
2.
Okay.
I was just gonna say we're so constitutive.
Very dangerous over short distance.
Yeah. So everyone kind of keeps up pretty well with Grestl, but Tuvi, man, after about 100 meters, you just get winded and just trudging through the mud, and you can just see as you look back for a second, and like, all right, guys, just hold up. You can see the shadow of one of these creatures moving in parallel to your guys' path, and that gets you moving pretty quick. And so run. As Grestl sort of slows down a little bit, she stops and sort of makes a motion for you guys to pass by her, and she's standing next to these sort of strange, rusted-looking devices that sort of dot. You can see a sort of perimeter around a densely forested area. She's like, just go in there, go on in. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay, who's getting there first?
That would be Kanan, I believe.
Okay, as soon as I cross the threshold, I'm gonna turn around and pull my crossbow out and be like, I'm like kind of flanking the like door, the passageway. Prepared to fire if something comes at us.
All right, and Sovereign was buoyed up by the power of Saphire, and she was next into the forest.
And I am running through, and as soon as I make it past the threshold, I just hold my hands together and wait for anything.
Okay, all right. And then next up would then be Sawyer and Effie.
I'll wait in the doorway as well, preparing a spell.
All right.
Same. I'll just hang out and have a little shield up.
Got it. What spell do you have prepped there, Justin?
Sleep.
All right. And then Tuvi, you finally make it up to where you see all your friends ready, looking at what you imagine is a shadow behind you.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a minute to catch my breath.
Another one burst through the Bakra, and at that moment, right as you guys release your different spells and weapons, the two rusted devices sort of on either side of your group sort of they sort of stand up and sort of extend and then shoot out this black only sort of flame and that sort of licks the air as it goes by and doesn't emit any sort of light but goes towards this creature and strikes it in the chest as Kanan, you release your crossbow bolts. Sawyer, you release your sleep spell, and Sovereign, I don't know if you were did you have a spell prep there or no?
No, I didn't actually have it prepped.
Got it. All right.
14?
That hits.
Oh, cool.
Go ahead and roll damage.
That's gonna be 9 piercing damage.
After it hits, I cast, pull out a little cricket out of my bag. I kind of gesture my hands as like this little wave, and I cast sleep, and it's 20 points.
Points. All right.
Kanan immediately falls asleep. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm casting it ahead.
Yeah.
So after the crossbow bolt strikes the creature and this flame is licking up the sides of it, for a moment it sort of stumbles and looks to be drowsy, but shakes it off and then screams out in pain from this sort of black fire looking at it, and then backs up and crashes back through the Bakra.
Oh, lovely.
And Grestol sort of turns around. All right. So, come on, follow me. And she makes her way into the sort of heavily forested area here, and sort of parts through the foliage. And you can see, as she sort of opens the way for you, that there is this huge tree. Easily would take 10 people to sort of put their arms around it. This sort of black bark, and you can see as you look up, it's actually holding a ship in its bows, and sort of it looks a little precarious. Sort of one side is sort of leaning a little bit, and sort of the bows go up and up higher and higher, and this sort of creates this enclosed area where some of the bioluminescent lake has sort of come in and just sort of meets the edge of this trunk, and then goes back and meanders back through the foliage. And as you're looking up, the ship itself has these long and arcing protrusions at the top and the bottom, and out of thin air, these sort of circular sparks begin to and the ship begins to sort of move ever so slightly as if it's going up, and the sparks turn from this orange color to then white hot as this thing spins and spins and spins, and then and smoke then begins to rise from this thing and get distributed from the foliage above, and you hear some cursing from the ship. And Gressel kind of turns to you and is like, well, so as I said, it's a ship. It's, it doesn't work. I mean, yet, but, I don't know. Why don't you come inside? He'll probably know more of the stuff that you're wanting anyway. But, this is it. This is the fissure.
The fissure.
Well, this is great. Great news. Maybe we can help you get it to run.
Oh, man, he is gonna be real happy you said that, because that's probably what he's gonna ask you to do anyway. So that's great. Because he's gonna have me try to do some stuff, but I can't do it myself. So this is great. All right, so come on up. I'll show you the lake.
Sorry,
so
who is he?
Oh, you're gonna love him. His name is Orid. So he's yeah, I always forget. He's kind of he's kind of a sight. So just don't freak out, okay? He's really actually pretty nice. So he's kind of childlike, actually. So he's fine. All right, you guys are gonna be fine. I'm here with you. It's all right. Okay?
All right.
Good. All right. So come on up. It's just this way. And she jumps from sort of outcropping of earth to earth, and leads the way. And you guys are hopping. And Onyx sort of awkwardly is making his way, falls into the water at some point, makes his way with you guys, and you can see that there is out of the tree, sort of the stairway that has grown to lead up to the ship. And you guys make your way, and this bark is just gorgeous, Effie. It reminds you a lot of the sort of guardian trees in the aspen.
I was gonna ask.
Yes. These great, majestic trees, and you sort of run your hand along it. You swear, like, these must be related in some way. And but you make your way up, and the stair perfectly makes it up to the deck, and sort of roots almost create this nice little almost welcome mat as you go up. And the deck itself is made of a combination of wood and metal, sort of slipshod and put all together as if it's seen many different repairs over the years. And you look around, and Vrexyll says, "All right, just this is it. This is the fissure, or it's just down inside. He doesn't really come up much."
Are there a lot of these trees around, or is this the only one?
Oh, no, there's this is the only one that I've seen. And let me tell you, I've been all over this fragment. This one's real special.
You
like it?
I do. Is there like do you know anything about its like bio makeup? Like, is it magical?
I mean, I don't know. I can tell you it doesn't really belong here, but it seems like it's doing fine. The leaves itself seem like it should be in a different climate. And you sort of look, and it's the leaves just look like they're confused, as if they're sort of changing colors to autumn. Some of them are still completely green. And as you've been walking through Vrexyll, you've noticed that everything is sort of evergreen. There is no sort of seasons here. There's only wet and dry season.
Could I take some of the leaves out of my bag from Asbin
Mm-hmm.
and like compare it to some of the leaves on this tree?
Yeah. So as you sort of are comparing the different leaves, you can see that it's not the exact colors of the guardian trees, the sort of golden yellow that you had met with Sebastian, but it's the same shape, has a same six-pointed, elegantly leaved trees, except these ones are sort of these greens, dark greens and purples, with just some that are a little bit orange, as if they're confused with the seasons.
Right. Great. I'd love to meet Orid.
Orid, that's right. Yeah, he's a hoot. Yeah, so come on in. I'll take you down to the engine room. And it's not a huge ship. It's probably about 20, maybe 15, 20 feet, sort of from each side. And then you imagine it's maybe 50 feet long from point to point, at least from where you can walk. And so it's a little cramped as they sort of take you down this sort of small stairway into the engine room. And it's quite humid in here. It's dark. There's not a lot of light. It sort of takes a moment for your eyes to adjust. And those of you with dark vision sort of switch over. And you can see that there is a huge sort of tank off to one side, and slightly lit with sort of this blue-green light, and but it looks empty. And you can see that there is a tentacle that is just sort of coming out and going into the shadows. And in your minds, you hear a voice say, "Who have you brought today? I'm Urid Belfast. Nice to meet you all. Welcome to the fissure. Gresto, have they come to help fix the ship?"
Yes, we have.
Oh, that's what I
where-
like to
where-
hear. But
Where are you?
Where are you? And as your eyes are sort of adjusting to the darkness, you can see next to the tank this many tentacled creature that now, as you sort of say that, says, "Oh, forgive my manners," and sort of crawls out slowly into the center of the engine room. And this thing is a giant-looking octopus, it's as it sort of comes out into the semi-light, it's sort of shifting colors to a sort of green, dark green with sort of some little striations of a lighter green, and comes out, and one sort of curious tentacle comes towards your foot, Tuvi, and sort of touches your boot for a moment, and then one of them moves over to Kanan, and your mud-covered paws there.
Oh, looks like you had a little dip. Ooh, sorry. Ooh.
Oh, I did it on purpose.
Oh, very good, very good.
What?
But anyway, please, sorry, there's not much place to sit down here, but welcome.
Do you live here?
Unfortunately, yes, but it's a place to do the work, and
How long have
we
you
make
lived?
the best of it.
How long have you lived here in this tree?
Well, I don't live in the tree per se, but I live on the ship. You see, myself and my partner, we were going about the firmament doing research for our society, and we ran into some of those pirates up above, and they shot down our ship. Been stranded here, but I've been trying to make the best out of my research here. It's a very interesting environment, wouldn't you say?
What kind
Really
of
interesting.
Sorry, I do a lot of research myself. What kind of research are you doing?
I am researching, well, myself and my partner, we're researching the phage, or the blight, as have you heard of this before?
Have I?
No.
Blight? Here? There's a blight here?
Yes, so actually everywhere, really. It's throughout the firmament. And we are just intensely interested in its origins and its power. You see, we have a bit of a personal connection to that as well. Anyone with nature, proficiency in nature or history can go ahead and roll to see if you are familiar with the phage or blight.
$17 for history.
16 for nature.
Okay.
Oh, 14 for history.
14 for history. All right. It's from those roles, I would say you're not exactly familiar with that. Nothing in sort of what you've read has referenced those particular terms that he's using. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily ring a bell for any of you.
Oh, do you know if it's attacking like any particular types of creatures or plants?
It attacks all things, all life in the firmament. It attacked my home, and myself and my partner, and we've. Well, you see, I haven't always been. This. You see, we believe it's connected to this dark force.
The dark force? What do you mean by dark force?
It's a dark corruption of nature itself, corrupting it to its own strange version that is impossible to predict. You see, I'm stuck in this form. So is my partner. I am. This is not my race, my species.
Have you ever been to the Emerald Glen?
The Emerald Glen? No, but I've heard of that place.
All right.
What was that?
I said, all right. I just sounds really familiar. I've encountered dark forces before, like mysterious forces.
How did it manifest in the Emerald Glen?
Well, you see, I'm from Asben, which is the region located on the Emerald Glen, and my family and my entire enclave, we fight darkness that mostly attacks things in the Elder Wild. And in the Emerald Glen, you see something similar happened to many of us. We got trapped in a wild shape, and many of the Emerald Glen folk are stuck.
You're a druid.
I produce flame. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm a druid of sorts. But yes, so.
Is this your wild shape?
Yeah, it was one of them. Yes. I've been stuck for. I've even forgotten. It's a couple of years now, trying to figure this out.
So interesting that you can still talk.
Well, it's actually quite a fortunate or unfortunate combination of things that happened. And actually, this whole time he's been speaking in your mind, and the creature itself, there's no sort of sound except the sort of the octopus arms and tentacles sort of moving around curiously. The voice is in your head, and he's one of the tentacles sort of reaches out towards some of the space in the engine room and beckons, and you look over and you can see another creature with these not tentacles but sort of appendages that are sort of floating. It's floating in the air, and it is mirroring the same color of Urid. Whatever sort of color he has, it has. So right now it's definitely these different greens that are sort of passing throughout his body, and same thing with this thing. And Urid sort of gestures over and says, you see, when I went through my transformation, this one, we shared a unfortunate bond, but it has allowed me the ability to speak with others. My partner was not as lucky.
That's
Urid.
fascinating.
Might I take a look at some of your research, some of the notes you have? Like I said, I do some research myself. I might be able to have a different insight, just a different set of eyes.
A fellow researcher?
Yes, that's right.
What is it that is in your particular field of study?
It's you know how it is when you're researching things that aren't quite ready yet. You don't want to talk about them too much. I have a hypothesis, basically, that I'm working on, but I would like to keep it a bit secret for now.
Say no more. Well, myself, I am not of that same ilk. I would love anyone to take a look at my research. So we shall get along just fine. Please, but maybe in a moment, though. For the rest of our guests here, I don't have much. We've been stuck here. Young Vrexyll has been a godsend to bring some different things. And Vrexyll, can you please share whatever we have with our friends? And Vrexyll, sort of, who's been watching this whole thing and just eating up these sort of reactions that you guys are just like, as the tentacles come towards, and it's just enjoying this. Vrexyll says, "Oh yeah, we got stuff just over here," and she sort of leads you to another side, and there's a small room where there's some stores, and she hands out some different like dried rations to Sovereign and Tuvi and Kanan, and sort of turns to you guys and says, "So how did you get you guys all know each other, or like what's going on here?"
Well, the consortium happened, screwed us over, and I just met these guys today.
Yeah. Well, fate just kind of brought you together. That's great. Enough said. Consortium. Yeah. Oof. All right. So, eat up, and hopefully we can get off. Get what we need for Urid and get you out of this place. But
what's wrong with your ship anyway?
Well, he's been he needs me to go look for some anchor oil. He's gonna need some extra stuff since he just blew up the last batch I got him. So we're gonna have to get more of that. And I'm out. So we probably have to go into the forest, or we have to get some from. We could lift some from the camp, consortium camp. I think Zender might have some in town, but he puts a pretty big price on it, and I don't know if he has enough for what we need. But anchor oil is what we need.
Whichever way is faster.
All right. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know about you, but I don't have that much coin on me, so and I'm pretty comfortable in the jungle. So and with all of us together, and my smarts, we could probably make it through.
What do we need to get anchor oil? Is it a certain type of animal, or?
It actually is. Well, there's no really other way to put it. It comes from different growths, I guess, pustules. It's really kind of gross, actually, but it's deeper into the jungle here. Not really where anyone goes, but I know the way. But just gotta be on your guard, because there's gonna be a lot more of those
Lovely.
Those creatures. So yeah, so that's where we're gonna have to head off to. But you said that you guys were looking for someone. Is that
Onyx? I think this is your department.
Yeah, so Onyx actually wasn't able to really fit down there, and so he's kind of like peeking up from the top, and says, "Oh, yeah, when can we go?" And says, Vrexyll says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we'll try to pick up his friend, and then we'll go on our way. But remember what he told me is kind of in the same direction. So if he's still alive, that is, because jungle. So yeah. Anyway,
maybe we should get a move on it in case he's in danger.
Right.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
A rest would do me some good, but that's all right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's not my friend. It's up to you guys. If you want to rest, you can. Looks like Onyx is about to pee his pants over here.
Yeah, time is of the essence.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, great. So, Urid, was there anything else that we need? We need the anchor oil. Urid says,
yes, the
The anchor oil would be great, but we probably need another 2 barrels, as I apologize. It seems I didn't calibrate it correctly, but we are so close. So very close. That should be it. I mean, my partner was the mechanic, so please forgive me. But yes, so we shall see.
Do you mind if I take a quick look at it?
Oh, you are of the mechanic persuasion?
I dabble.
Please, just this way. And the octopus sort of like moves towards and like goes kind of on the wall, and one of the tentacles gestures towards what could looks to be this sort of circular structure that comes out of the ground deck, and sort of has all these different bolts and piping systems that go up into the upper deck there. And kind of take a look and try to assess and see if you recognize it at all. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me, please.
Intelligence?
And you can add your tinkering proficiency there, because you're proficient in that.
Yes. So that's going to be a 17.
All right. So sort of looking at this, you look at this engine and it's a marvel. Like, it is a combination of sort of more ancient tech, stuff that you've sort of heard about or read about, blended with what seems to be living matter. It is just a blending of technology and nature and the arcane. It is gorgeous. You think this thing is beautiful. As far as how it works, it may take some time for you to really try to understand, since it is so complex in its different systems. You imagine that you could, but you'd have to spend some significant amount of time kind of working with Urid to maybe offer some assistance.
I just kind of, for a second, like, nod and looked over to Urid and I say, "This is really impressive. Did you design this?"
No, it's again, my partner. I mean, I actually specialize a lot in the marriage of nature and technology, artificery.
Gorgeous work. I mean, now I see the need for the organic oil. I mean, it makes so much sense now that I've kind of taken a closer look. This is immaculate work, truthfully. Just wonderful.
Yes. So you see, you grasp it. This is
absolutely
wonderful. I imagine that our conversations will be quite good. It will make the journey that much shorter.
I hope to
but
learn a lot from you. Absolutely.
Oh, yes. And once we can find my partner, he will appreciate talking with you as someone who can appreciate it. So, very, very good. But go. I keep you too long. And it sort of goes off into the darkness, and you can see that it pulls open a huge tome and gets a quill, and it begins sort of writing some notes. And Grestel sort of leads you guys up the stairs out of the engine room, and turns to all of you. It's like, all right, so from what Onyx was telling me, this guy Faisal was sort of deeper into the jungle anyway. So anyway, follow me. You guys okay? Need more to eat? Good?
Good.
Nope. Good. All right. Good. And so she just goes down the stairs at a quick jog and leads you guys through to the other side of the foliage. And there's a bit of a pathway hopping from sort of stepping stone to stepping stone, and you guys continue into the forest. Can you guys all roll stealth checks for me as she sort of turns to all of you and sort of like, shh, all right, so those things are out there. And, I think we can take them, but if we want to get there in time to help this Faisal dude, you're going to have to be quiet.
All right, can I get stealth checks from everyone?
21.
21.
I got a 12.
12.
23.
23.
22.
22. Sawyer, what was that?
18.
18. All
Oh my
right.
gosh.
And Onyx did pretty well as well. Let's do,
This is going to come back and bite us, guys. We're all rolling so well.
Yeah, it is.
So,
get ready.
as I said, even Onyx has like sort of been from being chided from Grestl. So be very careful. Who's moving through the forest, and you guys continue on for about 15, 20 minutes, and the jungle is changing. The different stalks are becoming taller, and many more of them are probably half of them have fallen and are sort of decomposing. And you remember this, Kanan and I believe Effie, who had rolled checks on this, how you had heard that the harvest was no longer usable because these stalks have just grown too much, and the fruit has become too heavy that these stalks actually break. And the whole reason why agriculture has sort of completely fallen to the wayside on this fragment and sort of dying as an industry. And you can see more of that as you continue in, as the wild Bakra is more prevalent. As you continue through, you can see Grestl become increasingly more and more careful, and she's pointing out different dangers. You see more of the quicksand, but she also points out to these red roots everyone saw that are popping up from the ground that you saw earlier, except upon closer inspection, you can see that these roots have veins of blue that are just sort of pulsing around these roots that sort of come out of the muck. And she kind of points to you guys and is like, whatever you do, don't step on these and avoid them at all costs, or else we'll never see you again. I'm serious.
Is this because of the blight?
You know, Orid was saying that it's related. This isn't the blight, he tells me. But I can tell you from experience, being here my whole life, this wasn't here before. This is new.
What happens when you step on it?
You know, let's just say that this thing is connected to a really bad day. It's going to be your last day. I've only seen, one person and never saw them again, but it's sort of connected to this giant plant sort of creature that comes out of the ground and devours you whole, and that's it.
So I feel like you could have led with that.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
details. Just stay away from it, and then you never have to see it.
You're kind of beating around the bush a little bit.
Again,
Yeah.
do you mean that one?
I didn't actually.
That was, I mean, you are really...
My pan
With the
flute. With my pan flute.
Guys, I legit didn't mean that at all.
The unconscious jokes.
Oh yeah,
I don't
you
get
didn't
it.
mean that.
I didn't.
You don't get it, Sovereign. Plant beating around the bush. Both plants.
Because we're stepping around the plant.
Yeah,
I see.
it's a joke. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I get too excited about jokes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the levity. It's pretty scary in here, but just still take it seriously. All right.
Right, let's go save
Remember,
someone who's about to die.
Plant.
Yes.
Bad
Sorry.
day. Plant.
Getting
bad day.
sidetracked.
So
No,
unintentional.
it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, and you can see as she's sort of leading you through the forest. Now her skin is sort of blending in more, and you kind of lose sight of her a little bit, and she sort of catches herself and remembers and sort of stays to a more neutral color. But she can easily sort of blend into her surroundings. And she says, "Oh, you know what? Actually, look at this thing." And she takes you a little bit to the left, and you can see just the beginnings of a path. And you can see that she's been taking you sort of parallel to a path. And at the edge of it, you can see that there's this, you can just see rusted metal, and then another sort of piece of rusted metal, and these red blue vein vines have wrapped around this thing and just completely overtaken it. And it looks like a consortium hover cart has just been completely torn in half by these vines. And she's like, "Yeah, that's the bad day. Just don't. Yeah, those are bad. Anyway, follow me. Just be careful."
Effie starts to play. You had a bad day.
I'm thinking about that.
I had the same thought.
Yeah.
I had to peace out.
And no, you're good. You're good.
We've all had
You're gonna multiclass the bard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So she leads you through, and as you're sort of going deeper and deeper into the jungle, she now turns to you and says, "All right, so this is where it's going to get a little weird up here. Or it tells me that there's some sort of battle going on between the blight or the phage or whatever the response is to it. It's just, there might be some things coming through. Just stay out of their way. All right? Just don't engage. They're more focused on each other."
I really feel like you're kind of burying the lead on all of this. Like, you couldn't have told us this before.
Well, we could have sat around and had drinks, and I could have shared more of my rations, and Orin could have opened his little book and
No, right.
told you
right.
the secrets of the universe. But your friend, supposedly,
Wait.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Ord
sorry.
knows
I don't
the
know.
secret. Ord knows the secrets of the universe.
I think he does, actually. But
Are you joking?
Again, you should
I'm
have led with that information.
I'm
That's
telling you now.
important. That's kind of really important.
Just be careful. And
This-
and you can see as she's sort of pointing out, it looks as if you're walking into a slow motion battle, as if like two armies have met. And as you're sort of walking forward, you see these different red vines with the blue veins are now wrapped and sort of tightening around these blackened, sickly-looking vines as well. And the stalks look almost unrecognizable, have these strange white growths all along it and sort of spider up. And you can hear things moving just out of sight. And Vrexyll sort of like turns to all of you and is like, just, if something comes by, don't engage. Just trust me.
Okay.
And move
So we must
silently.
beat around the plant.
Exactly. Beat around the place.
Yes.
Oh, sounded odd
Lance.
when you said it.
Roll one more stealth check for me, everybody.
No, that was really good. That was really good, Safran. Keep it up.
Ooh.
A dirty 20.
Actually beat the rogue.
19.
Roll the 12.
16.
22.
Whoa. Sovereign, what was it?
16.
16. Okay.
I can't win it. I can't win it every time.
So,
Just 80% of the time.
Onyx looks quite unnerved and sort of backs up into one of these stalks and hits it with his back and
Guess it's too
knocks
late
over one.
to guide my big friend.
And Onyx kind of looks all of you guys with his shoulders hunched, looking incredibly guilty. And you can hear something moving in the shadows. And Kanan, you hear this sort of feet, but you also hear what sounds like something being dragged through the mud.
I look down.
You look down and you can see the mud and the sort of red vines, the black vines sort of slowly choking each other to death. But you don't see anything dragged. Like it's off in the distance, coming towards you guys. And as it sort of nears closer, you can hear what sounds like a chain, like links of a chain, sort of grating against each other and sort of slithering through the mud. And this thing is gigantic. It towers above the stalks and with these huge arms, brushes past some of the Bakra, and you get a sense this is a queen. And as you sort of look at its behemoth body, it is covered with these different burns and has those shock sticks that you saw Tuvi, like that guard had, sticking out of its carapace, and a consistent sort of electricity is sparking from that stick to another one. And Effie, as you sort of look at this creature, and you can see that it has similar vines or black veins as what you saw in the Elderwild. This, and then on the other side of it has these blue veins that sort of go up its body, as if its very self is a battle is going on within this thing. And it crashes through and sort of hovers and
Should we engage?
We don't have a choice.
This will certainly call for divine intervention.
I turn into my wild shape as a giant wolf spider.
All right. So these legs into the mud, as a bulbous form, huge, much bigger than Effie's humble form there, takes the place of your druid friend. Sawyer, you said that you're shooting off
Deathbolt.
Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, just as Gressel's like, what did I say?
I know, that's why I was like,
And she goes for her bow anyway. Oh, shoot! Oh, okay. And go ahead and roll the hit, Sawyer. Was anyone else do anything?
No.
All right, go ahead.
They told us not to.
Get that initiative going.
It's a 19 to hit.
Dang
19 hits.
5 points of damage.
Dang you, Onyx.
Ooh.
You're the worst gym battle.
All right. Okay, so 25 to 20.
Roll initiative one time.
All right, 15 to 20.
I got a 16.
I got 16.
I also got a 16.
Whoa!
We got 3 16s?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the dexterity modifier for you guys?
2 for me.
3.
Okay, all right. So Sawyer, Effie, and what? There was one more, or is it just you two?
No, it was me.
Okay, what's your dexterity?
2.
Oh, okay. What's your total for like your full attribute then?
Mine was so I got 16, so plus 2.
Oh no, sorry. I mean, what's your dexterity number,
Oh,
and then also
15.
Effie as well. 15.
Oh, mine's 14.
Oh, okay. So
Sovereign will go first then. All right. 10 to 15.
12. I was
5 to 10.
Yep, 9.
I was waiting for Vrexyll to tell me what to do.
I felt like the thing hurt us with Onyx. That's why I fired that off.
Sure.
I'm so fiery, ready to go.
You guys might have jumped the gun there.
What, no
All
guns?
right.
We're done.
You mean this gun?
But Vrexyll said no.
All right. So, the creature gets to go first.
Oh, God.
And goes forward. And reaches forward with its maw.
Yikes.
Towards Grestl, who was like turning towards all of you guys, and he's like, "No!" And this thing, with its maw, tries to clomp down on Grestl. And Grestl just quickly changes colors to blend in with her surroundings, and just goes completely prostrate on the ground and just misses this maw where she was.
Damn, I have to learn how to do that.
And one fluid movement sort of turns and fires off her bow. And shoots off this arrow with a sickly green color, with sort of yellow sparks that go off of it, and strikes the creature, and instantly sort of green-yellow veins go throughout its form, and it sort of shudders as it takes damage here. All right. And then Onyx, your companions, they rolled really well here. Onyx charges forward, looking like he wants to make up for his blunder here.
Good.
Good.
One hit KO, Onyx.
Yeah, it actually goes forward and just clocks this thing in the face, and its head sort of cracks, and its neck getting knocked to the side as he does decent amount of damage. Goes for one more strike with the other hand. Uppercut. And misses. This thing goes back. Its stinger sort of rising up in the mist, sort of this vague shadow that you can barely see. Sawyer, you're up.
I'm going to delicately back up a little bit, making sure I'm not stepping on any roots or anything.
All right.
And then I'm going to pull out my finger gun and go with another death bolt.
Go for it. And,
that is a 18 to hit and 10 points of damage.
Okay. Wow, rolling great.
Yeah.
Nice. Great. So be careful with those red vines. Sovereign, you're up next. And then Effie's on deck.
I'm going to yell up to the sky to Zafire and cast Sacred Flame.
All right.
Said creature.
That is which save? Is that a wisdom save?
Yes, it is.
All right. Rolled a 14. What's your DC?
It is 13.
13? Oh, unfortunately, you call down the flame, and with a fury, it comes down from the sky through the mist, sort of burning. You can smell ozone sort of all around you, and strikes the mud and splatters up on the creature, missing the creature. Effie, did you want to do any movement there, Sovereign?
No, I'm going to keep praying.
All right, sounds like a good idea. Effie.
Happy day, ooh ha ha. I will use I need a bite. I want to bite, so I'm gonna use. I have 40 feet of movement. I also have 40 feet of climbing. So whatever is gonna get me closest is what I'm gonna do.
Sure. Yeah. So your deft 8 legs sort of going through and deftly going over the red vines and sort of climbing up one of the stalks and then jumping to another one and then jumping onto the back of the carapace. And you see a good big meaty burned portion, exposed flesh, and try to go ahead and roll to hit.
Giving PETA something to aspire to.
Oh, man. It's 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, unfortunately, this thing is just moving around as it senses you on its back, and at an exposed, sensitive portion of its carapace, and is moving around like a, bucking bronco here. So it's pretty hard to stay on.
All right.
That's gonna conclude your turn there, unless you had any sort of bonus action.
No.
Kanan, you're up.
Okay. Immediately, Kanan's gonna look down to this thing's feet and see if any of those orange-red roots are around this thing's legs anywhere. Like, if any of its feet are close to these red roots.
Got it. Yeah. So they are. You can, as you sort of peer down, there's different roots all about. Not ones that are around it, of its legs at this point.
I mean,
but
just
it's
kind of like
definitely
near it.
doing a dance to get around these. Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to fire a crossbow bolt at one of these red roots that are really close to this thing's legs.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
That's a 14.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. I'm gonna roll damage on this.
Yeah.
That's the most damage I've ever done. That's 10 damage to this root.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, so
These work the way I wanted to.
as you sort of shoot off your crossbow bolt, your custom bolt sort of going through the air, splitting the air. Sorry, go ahead.
I was hoping it does what I hope it's gonna do.
Yeah.
Call the creature to attack you.
Goes towards the red vine, the blue veins, and slices it almost in half. And as it sort of splits open, almost this like steam, this orange steam sort of rises from it. And the root immediately goes underneath the mud, sort of protecting itself. And then you can see the other roots begin to sort of move. The ground itself around all of you is beginning to move and shift. The mud, you hear this sound. That's all that happens at the moment.
Okay,
But
is there
you
anywhere for
seem
me to
have
hide?
Made some sort of effect. You're gonna use your bonus action to hide.
If
Very good.
there's a place to do it, yeah.
There's fallen Bakra everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll your stealth check for me.
27.
Oh, again! Wow, nice, very good. You duck behind one of these Bakra, and you look down at your feet, and the red vines are sort of crawling, and you sort of like pull your feet back as you see what you've started.
I grab
2V.
onto it and lift my feet.
Oh, okay, got it. 2V. You can see the spider that is a bucking bronco on top of this creature, and you can feel the ground underneath you moving.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
22.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Go ahead and roll damage.
Holy cow.
2V sort of holding his sword out and charging up this white energy and tossing it towards the creature.
And it is 8 plus... 1 second.
You're good, you're good.
12 damage.
12 damage. Well done. impacts the creature, exploding in this sort of white fire, bright that lights up and casts shadows throughout the entirety of this this jungle, and again, sort of with these hints of blue at the edges. Coming back around to the creature. Okay. So this Effie, as you are sort of holding on for dear life with your 8 legs, you just see or feel the shadow of the stinger sort of come down, and you move just at the right moment, and this thing sticks itself with its own stinger.
Nice.
What did its fury and frustration and sort of fear of having this thing on its back, it stabs itself with its stinger.
Heck yeah.
Amazing.
And goes.
I'm gonna try to laugh as my giant wolf spider.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna try to laugh. I don't know.
You're gonna laugh. What does that sound like?
I don't know how spiders laugh.
Oh.
I don't know.
Laugh like my grandpa.
Love it.
Sounds like it sounds
Kind of Larry David.
Yeah. No. So this creature not doing too well there, but it's gonna back up a little bit and sort of try to get more of a gauge of an eye on everything that's going on. Back to about 10 feet away from everyone, and Vrexyll now stands up and loads 2 arrows, shoots off towards. Okay. And she slips in the mud and looks down in the mud and goes, "Ah, shoot! Guys!" And is looking at the red vines. She sees them moving about and moving the mud. And then Onyx charges forward, completely ignoring what she's saying, and charges forward towards the creature. And pushes him.
Look, if it's a hungry clan, it's gonna go for the most food.
Kanan is just saying this to himself in his hiding place. Yeah, no, this is totally fine. This is totally fine.
This is a hungry clan.
Good idea.
Onyx.
Good idea.
Onyx pushes up on its front sort of carapace, lifting it, the front half of it off the ground, and throws it against some of the Bakra. And lets out a roar. Sawyer, you're up.
I am going to just quickly shout out to our friend Vrexyll. What should we do then? And I'm going to cast another death bolt as I pull out my other hand to do it. That's a 13 though. I don't know if that hits.
That does not hit.
Oh, my luck is running out.
Goes off and hits one of the Bakra in the forest, infusing its necrotic energy to one of these poor plants.
I'm just gonna. Can I use my movement then to kind of duck behind a tree or a Bakra or something? Well, I'm not stepping on a vine, but just getting out of sight.
Sure. Why don't you, as you're sort of moving to a new area, why don't you roll a dexterity check for me, just to see how well you are moving around these moving red vines and roots.
I imagine they look like this.
That's a 16.
All right. Yeah, sort of keeping away.
Kind of just saying
carefully.
to myself, this is all right. I'm like kind of freaking out a bit. It's all right. Sorry. Everything's gonna be all right. It's all right. As I'm walking away.
Yeah, but it's not. And Effie, I believe you're no, sorry, Sovereign.
It's not. Did he say that?
The DM's like, man, but it's not.
Strictly, you guys are already bad.
There's no mystery here.
I wrote it in my little DM book. As soon as one of them steps on one of these little red vines, they're dead.
I've been
no
praying.
one will shoot one.
I've been praying harder
Yeah.
this time, so I'm casting Guiding Bolt again. I see that it's a ranged attack, so I'm gonna roll.
Right, go ahead.
Stick by my choice.
That's a 9.
9 total.
Oh man.
Oh,
A 9 to hit.
No, I mean, but plus your spell attack modifier is.
Oh wait, no. That's a 14.
That hits.
Oh.
Okay,
We were so close.
I was so scared, honestly.
Yeah,
I forgot
this
your face.
creature has been. I mean, and now as you're sort of fighting this creature, you're getting a better look at it, and it has been just mutilated. Different pieces have been completely torn off, burned. It almost looks nothing like the other creatures that you've seen. And as it sort of moves and it moves back and Onyx has tossed it over, you can see there's this sort of device on its back behind where the giant wolf spider Effie is sort of currently perched. And this thing is constantly shooting off electric jolts into its body, just as it's sort of continually being racked with pain. And Effie, Sovereign, that does indeed hit. Have you done your damage?
Yes, 14.
14 damage.
That is so cool.
And now it lights up with this sort of red crackling energy of Zafire, and giving advantage. Giving advantage on the next attack as this thing lets out a mournful sort of cry as it takes the damage. And next up now we have Effie perched on the back of this creature, holding on for dear life.
I'm gonna try to bite it again. Oh my gosh!
With advantage.
I
That's
know!
right.
I got a 1 and a 7!
Oh! Remember when we were rolling so good before?
Oh man!
I brought out my good dice too. I was like, gotta bring the good ones out.
But I hit that vine.
Good
though.
dice.
So at least we got that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Got that vine.
Spider's just gonna be like.
Yeah, so you're just terrified, and some of the electric energy from behind you sort of nips at your bulbous form, and you sort of hey, I mean, you're a spider.
I'm a spider.
Some of us here got bulbous forms.
I got an
Yeah, it's a
abdomen.
hairy bulbous form.
That's literally my nickname in high school.
Oh no. Speaking of, Kanan, you're up, but
Okay.
before you take your turn here, got a little roll to make. Okay.
This is it's
and
not
so-
gonna be okay part, I guess.
As you sort of are preparing your bolt on your arm, you look down, and all the red vines around your feet, just disappear into the ground, and it becomes quiet for a second. All you can hear is the sound of the 100 centipede feet of the creature in the mud, and then mud goes everywhere. Bakras fall to the side as this giant maw opens up and consumes like half of this creature and tries to pull it down into the ground.
Sorry I doubted you, Kanan. I'm sorry I doubted you.
What is happening?
And the creature begins getting pulled inside as it sort of screams out, clawing at the mud on the ground. Kanan, you look over from behind your bakra that you're hiding behind, and you see this creature being pulled into the earth. What do you do?
I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt at it and take it
All
out.
right.
Jump off?
I think. Do I get advantage because it's being half eaten? And
It
there's a
is
spider
being
on there?
engaged. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 23.
That for sure hits.
So that's gonna be 12 points of 12 points of piercing damage.
Oof. All right. Yes, indeed, Matt. Vines are Kanan's favorite enemy.
Yes.
That's funny.
And then I'm gonna hide behind the same root again. 23 stealth check.
Okay, all right. With the stealth.
That was a good idea. That was a good idea.
Oh, this little guy.
Oh my gosh, look at me!
Oh my gosh, the little spider on top.
Bulbous!
Bulbous form.
Harry bulbous form.
Chuvi, you can see that this thing is being this giant sort of maw, and the vines themselves, the red vines are sort of like wrapping around outside of the maw itself and pulling it into itself. These huge vines, like the size of your arm and like your thigh, pulling it in. What do you do?
Effie's still on the thing, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna run and I'm gonna try and get Effie off of the creature.
You're gonna hit the bulbous form.
All right.
Grab the bulbous form.
Grab the bulb. Just grab some of the hair.
Grab the bulb.
So you dash forward. Why don't you make a dexterity check for me to see how deftly you're able to move over the Bakra and avoid any of the red vines that are now sort of blindly going about grasping at anything.
10.
10? Okay, let me see. This is going to be contested with this.
Oh no.
Oh, you're able to do it. You're able to make it past. The blind vines are unable to sort of find your scent. And,
Stupid vines.
Yeah. You make your way over to Effie and go ahead and make a strength check for me to see how well you're able to sort of drag her off.
Oh, natural 20 plus 1. 21.
Nat 20!
Yeah! All right.
go.
She grabs some tufts of spider hair, and as Effie's spider form laughs a little bit with terror, you pull Effie's spider form from the back of this creature, and both of you sort of tumble away from the opening in the earth, safely getting Effie off of the creature. But that's going to pretty much be all of your action and movement on that. But well done, Tuvi, the hero. And on that, it goes all the way back around, and this creature is going to see if it can escape. Natural 20, guys.
Oh!
Natural 20. Natural 20. I'm going to see if the vines can beat that.
Oh,
They're
no.
pretty strong.
Don't hold that up for the enemy.
It's indiscriminate.
Don't hold it up for the enemy. Yeah, the vines are unable to. This creature summoning just from desperation bites at the vines, sort of ripping some of them apart with its mandibles, and claws its way back out of the hole. Still some of the vines grabbing at some of its legs and tearing them off as it makes it away, and a green blood sort of spraying across the Bakra around you. And this creature, with all of its movement, goes off into the forest, knocking Bakra this way and that. And we are out of initiative. And as our adventurers sort of look around, now completely covered with mud, Kanan is not the only one. And this giant pit and the red vines sort of going down into the ground, leaving this giant sort of maw of darkness. Y'all look around, breathing hard, and Gresta looks at all of you and just like, what did I say?
Did you do all right? You said don't engage. And
that's right.
I did my
Let's,
best.
Quick thinking, you.
Look, I'm surprised that even worked.
That's never worked. I mean, usually it just goes through blindly towards anything. Oh man.
I was thinking that thing was making the most noise, so it's got to be attracted to that thing, right?
Well, good on you. You thought right. And who the hell is what is that? And he points to the spider.
That's a hairy bulb.
That's epic.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You're one of those. All right, you're like Urid. Okay.
I'll get out.
All right,
I'll like drop my wild shape and be like, oh, it's just me.
Oh,
I fooled you, didn't I?
Right. So that bad
Effie,
day.
I think Peter was very impressed by that, weren't you, Peter?
That's why I was so attracted to him at first.
He's dancing again.
Effie, you were like a pet.
It was like a pet, sort of, a big one.
I see.
Like
Can
a
we,
pet.
hustle up here?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Right.
I mean,
Faisal.
guys, don't get me wrong. That was freaking awesome.
It was
Very
pretty
fun.
cool.
But, like,
Sovereign, that giant bolt. That was amazing.
Well, I can't take credit for my god's work.
Yes, you can. That was awesome.
yes, you can.
Well, I thank Zafire, as you all should, really.
I worship a different one, but
Sure, I'll
Zafire.
offer a little praise to Zafire.
Ooh ha ha.
Zafire, ooh ha ha.
Ooh, ha, ha.
Ooh ha ha.
You're not
And
doing it right.
Oh, sorry.
That is where we'll end tonight's episode and pick up in 2 weeks with Fragments of Eldoria as our adventurers continue deeper into the forest to find Faisal. Poor Faisal, if he's even alive. But, oh, look at that.
Very bad.
Octopus.
Very bad.
Got it. I love it.
Yeah, he does.
As they continue to try to find.
He's a researcher.
That's right. He's going to keep notes. Word would be proud. As they continue to try to find parts for their possible ship, the Fissure. But next week, we're going to be back with our RAVENLOFT campaign. So be sure to tune in as Justin, who's playing Sawyer Ward here. He's our DM for that campaign. So yeah, tune in next week at 7:30. And thank you so much. Our first episode of Fragments of ELDORIA.
Keep
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And good night.
Ahoy! Fragments of Eldoria alternates every week with our gothic horror campaign, RAVENLOFT. Character players take on the Curse of Strahd module. Wander through the mists at 7:30 p.m. Pacific on Twitch. And check out our other shows like Insight Check, 1 Hour One Shot, Monsters Lab, and more, all here on Character Player.